One of the great theatrical outpourings is Thornton Wilder's Pulitzer Prize play, Our Town. Any of you have to read that in high school? In the first act, we meet two families in a little protected town in New England called Grover's Corners, where both families' biggest problems are getting their boy in one family and their girl in the other family up and off to school. I believe their names were George and Emily. Nothing out of order. The second act seems to be a little bit more of Americana sitcom as it describes how the boy and the girl get over their fear of commitment and decide to get married with their parents' blessing. Two young people so in love, so loved by their family, so normal, so protected. Nothing out of shape or order. But the third act takes a turn, doesn't it? What some would call tragedy strikes. Emily, the girl, dies, giving birth to the couple's second child. Her death takes her to a place that is very different from her little town, Grover's Corners, where all the people who have gone on before are at rest, waiting. And she decides she just can't stand it there. And she bargains for just one more day to go back and hear her mother's voice again, hear her husband's voice again, perhaps live her life a little better, not be so caught up in being so petty, so normal, so self-centered. And so she gets to go back with this new epiphany about how precious life is. Morning has broken, like the first morning. She is full of the idea now that every day must be lived to its fullest extent, full of courage, going forward with the courage and imagination of the Creator, full of light, full of shape, full of order. And so she goes back, and nobody can see or hear her. Her family has moved on, trying to get back to some semblance of normalcy without her. Perhaps trying to raise the child she left behind. Almost as if she had never existed. Even though her family loved her, her husband loved her, even though she is an extremely beloved, sympathetic character in the play, the creativity of life decrees that she must release this life and move on in sympathy with the never-stopping creative energy that you and I have dared to call God. God is introduced to us from the first as creative movement. Movement going somewhere. A movement over which you and I have no control. A movement of which we have no choice but to be a part. So don't just survive Christmas or the 4th of July or your birthday or anything. Get up and creatively move with creativity through all of your life.